Hi there. The ocean has many species, some we might not even know of. But one in particular has sharp, jagged teeth, a bulging stomach, a protruding spine, and a gorgeous light that dangles just above their head. If you get too close, it'll kill you. Let's talk about the nightmare creatures known as anglerfish. Anglerfish are very interesting creatures. They're one of my favorite fishes, but considering this topic for my speech, I realized I didn't know much about them besides that they look very unusual and scary. So I figured that this would be the perfect opportunity for all of us to learn more about these fascinating creatures. Starting off with some basic information, the scientific name for anglerfish is Lophiiformes. They are a fish with a carnivore diet and they can range between 8 to 40 inches. We'll get more into detail about this later, but this has to do with the vast difference of men and women in the species. Anglerfish can weigh up to 110 pounds, which, to put that in retrospect, is the same weight as a 5'4" 19-year-old girl. Isn't that crazy that an anglerfish can be the same size as a person? Now, their colors can range from mixes between black and brown, but female anglerfish have a unique trait relating to color which contributes to how they hunt prey. Females are the only ones to have a lure, which is just a piece of dorsal spine that protrudes from their back and hangs above their mouth like a fishing pole. Their spine and lure are filled with bioluminescent plankton that attracts bait. Now, Clarence P. Idle, a fisheries biologist at the University of Miami, wrote a book in 1964 called Abyss, and it's basically just about the ocean. He goes into a detailed analysis about anglerfish. Idle explains that the rod tip can glow in a range of colors from yellows, yellow greens, blue greens to oranges tinged with purple. He wrote, deep sea creatures must find these colored lights irresistible as they flicker and flash faintly in the normally dark waters. So you're probably wondering why these fishes' appearance is the way they are. Well, the females, which are the most recognizable, typically have large mouths and dense stomachs. This is because being so deep in the ocean, there are actually very small opportunities for these fishes to eat. Dr. Robinson, a senior marine biologist at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute in California, explains why they have such huge mouths and stomachs. They need to take in a meal that might have to last them for months. So the big teeth are really useful for grasping their prey and trapping them in their maw. The large stomach allows them to eat prey that are twice the size as them and helps them sustain nutrients to live. Alright, so in an environment that is hard to get food in, how do they keep their, population going and growing? Well, anglerfish participate in sexual parasitism, which is specialized reproduction. This is also going to explain the size difference between males and females. Females are basically the breadwinners of the species, and the males have to rely on the women in order to survive and reproduce. Male anglerfish will encounter a female and latch onto her with sharp teeth. Theodore Peach, an ichthyologist, which is just a fancy term for fish biologist, is an internationally renowned expert on anglerfishes working at the University of Washington in Seattle. He lists how males will physically fuse with females and live off of them. Male anglerfish connect to female anglerfish's skins and bloodstreams. They will lose their eyes and all their internal organs. And however, they'll not lose their testicles, but this is because when a woman is ready to mate, she will easily have access to their sperm. So, fun fact, a maximum of 6 male anglerfishes can attach to females and cling on for dear life for her nutrients. And basically, she just gets an endless supply of sperm. Anglerfish's existence is kind of crazy. They found a way to evolve and survive in a very difficult and dark environment. And yet, in our everyday lives, we never think about them at all. We don't really even question why they exist. They just do. And it's so fascinating the way that they live their lives. And also, why is this fish in Finding Nemo? Because that movie is the only reason why I knew they exist. And maybe others only know why they exist that way. And the movie has quite a haunting depiction of them. Haunting but accurate. But now we know a little bit more about them besides that they were in a kids movie. And hopefully we can use this information to broaden our perspective on other topics that we may not know much about. Thank you for your time.